guys, how's it going? MasterBucks here. Welcome to yet another career mode video. Yes, I know, and I'm sorry, I took a ridiculous amount of time off, something like 2 weeks, because I had a bit of a cold that I was fighting and I was in, trust me, no condition to be recording. But I am back now, thankfully, and I have uploaded a new episode of the Journey Career Mode. If you haven't seen that, go back and watch it. I think it's sick that I can take a 2-week break, upload almost absolutely nothing, go all this time without uploading a new episode of that career mode, and yet still within 48 hours the thing gets almost 100k views. It's ridiculous the support you guys show. You are fucking insane. But moving away from the Journey Career Mode, it is time for another video where I give a team $1 billion. And today, ladies and gentlemen, that team is going to be the team that has been blessed upon all career mode YouTubers. It is Paris FC. I have given Paris FC $1 billion to spend in the window. I don't know what it is, but Paris FC is like a gift from the career mode gods for us YouTubers. Here you go, Jay. More views. Paris FC in the second division in France with players that are 70 to high 60 rated. Clearly, we're going to need to do a little bit more with this team if we're going to have to get into Ligue 1. And once again, I've assembled a shortlist, and I'm going to go about this. It's going to be a bit of a mix of how I approached the Bolton and the Newcastle $1 billion career mode. In the Bolton career mode, I basically spent almost all the money straight away on building a brand new core, like a young group with high potential. And I'm going to still do that, but I'm also going to still buy some nice high-rated players from the get-go. You can probably see we're still scouting quite a fair few of these players, so I'm actually going to let these guys be scouted, give it a month, and we'll come back. I'm sure a fair few have noticed I'm actually also wearing the Boys United. This is the away shirt that I've got on right now. It's sick to know that you guys have already copped one of the shirts, if it's the away shirt, the home shirt, whatever. Personally, I like both evenly. It's hard to split. Dat Boy III and Boys United are going to be making their debuts in the near future. It might take a little bit of time, but it will be soon. But okay, we've now got all those overalls, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go through and build maybe not a completely new starting 11, but something that's good enough to get us out of League 2 at the very least. Building from the back, I'm immediately starting off with a high-rated goalkeeper here, Anthony Lopez. I had Alban Lafont. You can't actually get him in the first season, so we're just going to get an 85-rated goalkeeper straight up. Probably will cost us about 50 mil. And 50 million looks like that's what it's going to take to get it done. He's accepted a contract and we now have a brand new goalkeeper. So Anthony Lopez is probably going to be our main goalkeeper for this entire career mode. We're really not going to need to get another one. Next up, I'm feeling 2 new centre backs. So I'm going to go for Kamara and I'm going to go for Upamecano. Kamara is going to set us back 15 million, which is still pretty close to his value, so I think that's all right. And as for Upamecano, I could probably just pay his release clause, you know. I think I might do that. I could probably save a few million by negotiating, but I'm just going to pay the release clause. And we will accept both of their wage offers, both of their demands. They have both been given contracts, and we now have 3 new players at Paris FC. So a new goalkeeper and 2 new defenders. Now I think we move into the midfield. Now I've been going for players that are either French or playing in France. I'm going to go for something a bit different now. Arne Meyer and also Lorenzo Pellegrini. 2 new centre midfielders I'm going to pick up. Meyer just going to be short of 20 million with a release or sell-on clause of 10%. That's okay. We can accept that. That's all right. And now for Lorenzo Pellegrini. He'll probably end up being a little bit more expensive. I'm going to offer 28 million. Yeah, they're being pricks about it. I could probably get him down to 30, but I'll just accept this. So we have 2 new centre midfielders for League 2 as well. They will be joining Paris FC momentarily then, and we'll have 5 new players. Yeah, God, look at Arne Meyer's. His contract is ridiculous. I mean, he is surprisingly cheap for such a good player. We are accepting that again, no problems. He's wanting less than 10 grand a week. The guy's going to be mid-80s in just a couple short seasons. So Arne Meyer is in now, Pellegrini is in, and now we just have to do something about this front 3. This would be a lot more of a statement if it happened in real life, but not so much in career mode. João Felix, who, to be fair, I could get for less than 40 million. I would have to pay 3 times that if I were to try to buy him in real life, but since he's actually not too expensive in career mode, I'm going to pick up João Felix because I've never bought him in any career mode before. This is my first time going for, I don't know if he's considered the new Cristiano Ronaldo. Probably not, just because he's Portuguese. It's a bit unfair, but I want him. I offered 20 million to start. They only want a little over 30 and a sell-on clause. That seems way too cheap for this man. But fuck it, I'll go for it. Let's do it. João Felix is now joining Paris FC. And as for his wages, I'll honestly play it safe and give him 20k, but I reckon he'll be jumping at that. And indeed he is. Wow. Now this, again, in real life it would have been a statement, but João Felix now. I'll play him up top at striker, obviously, but here we go now. We have got 6 new players in this team. João Felix, Maya, Pellegrini, Upamecano, Kamara, and Lopez. So we've done a lot for the interior, up the middle of this team, but nothing really when it comes to the fullbacks or the wingers. So I think I'm going to buy a left winger and a right winger to see off this first transfer window. I've only got the one right winger in my shortlist, but I wanted to pick this lad up for a little while now when we've already got one Italian, so Federico Chiesa. I'm going to try to get this man. I originally offered just a little over 20 mil. Now I'm offering 32.5 plus the sell-on clause. Looks like they're keeping that sell-on clause at 5%, and I might struggle to get him to 35. 35 and a half. Will you take that? Yes, they will. All right. Well, looks like we're going to get a new right winger in. I reckon if I paid him pretty much the same wage that he's getting now, that should be enough. And it is. Okay, there's the new right winger, and the time has come for a new left winger. And look, I've made some big signings. Some very big names have already, straight away, before we've even kicked a ball, joined Paris FC, but this is the biggest of the lot. We're doing this to become the biggest club in Paris, and it is a fucking statement. We are stealing PSG's, it could be argued, marquee man. He is the one that cost them 300, 400 ridiculous amount of money, but this is huge. Neymar Jr. coming to Paris FC. This is where we really spend all of our cheddar. This is going to cost me about $250 million, maybe. We already bought Mbappe in the Newcastle $1 billion career mode. Now we go for the other PSG starlet. What is this actually going to cost me? I'm again just only offering a little over Neymar's current value. Oh, but I knew it would be expensive. $230 million. Could we cut this down to about 200 million and at least go, I don't know, meet me somewhere in the middle? No, they're going to take it straight away to 200 million. That was a surprisingly quick negotiation. Well then, Neymar Jr. looks like he's going to be joining Paris FC as well. Wow. Can you believe it? Neymar Jr. is going to be playing in Ligue 2. That is ridiculous. Hey, fucking money talks, lads. Brazil's best player is going to be playing in a league that is sponsored by Domino's. It's fucking scenes. I can't believe this. And this is what I was curious about. What is his wage going to look like? It's a huge pay cut on the $330K a week he's getting. The signing bonuses don't even get close to matching it. Don't even get close to making up for it. It's ridiculous. I'm accepting it. I'm not going to bother cutting him down any less, even though I probably could and it would make a decent dent or save a bit of cash. We still have $500 million left after all this. Even after the signing of Chiesa and Neymar Jr. 92 rated. Look at this front three. That is scary stuff. 8 new players, one of them costing $200 million, and we haven't even spent half of the $1 billion that we have. That is crazy. But that team, we should be walking Domino's League 2. We have got to get promoted straight away, finish on top of the group, set a fucking record for points in this league. That is insane. Let's skip ahead to the next transfer window, 6 months into the future, or there so about. We'll hopefully be on top of the table. If we're not, then scenes. And yeah, I fully expected this to be the case. We have 15 wins, 4 draws, and no losses. 49 points in the league. We are well on top. We are absolutely getting out of Domino's League 2 without question. We'll be in Ligue 1 and we will be, I think, almost walking straight into that league and challenging, I reckon, after maybe a few more signings. I probably don't need to make them now, though. I don't have any real injuries to anyone in my starting 11 or on my bench or anything like that, so I'll probably just push on and hopefully we'll be straight out of League 2. Let's sim ahead to the end of the season where hopefully we will be going up as champions. And after advancing to the end of the season, we have gone up as champions. 18-point gap between us and second, but unfortunately, we didn't do it undefeated, which I was thinking that we almost could have. 27 wins out of 38, though. Not bad. And 88 points out of 38. I'll take it. But still, yeah, job done, really. More than anything, isn't it? When you have fucking Neymar in the second division. Oh, my Lord, he's absolutely, completely dominated. 35 goals, 9 appearances in 40, or 9 assists in 42 appearances. João Felix scored a nice amount of goals, but maybe could do more. And with the injury that he's picked up as well. We actually have quite a fair few injuries, don't we? Chiesa scored a fair few goals as well. Pellegrini getting pretty good numbers from midfield as well. It's not too bad. Overall changes, we're actually seeing a lot of the original Paris FC players going up by 3, by 2. There might be some players in the team that can hopefully stick around. But to start next season in Ligue 1, I'm going to buy 2 new fullbacks. I'm going to get a new centre attacking midfielder as well. And then we'll have a completely new starting 11. So a new season begins and a brand new league, Ligue 1, and I cannot wait to get it started. Now we're in a lot more deserving company. Again, because I swear it happens every single goddamn time in the first season. We always seem to lose $100 to like $200 million out of our budget overnight. Every single time we advance to the next season. I'm going to start it off by buying players that, to be honest, aren't exactly extremely super high overall or expensive or anything, but we just need 2 new fullbacks. We're going to get 2 new fullbacks. We're getting Porro, a right back, or technically a right wing back, and Sergio Reguilon from Real Madrid. Just 2 new Spanish fullbacks will bring in to help complete a brand new starting 11. I offered 15 mil. They want him for 15 mil, but just with a 10% sell-on clause, I'm happy to give him to him. And it looks like I'm going to end up paying more for Pedro Porro because he's got a release clause, and even though he's probably nowhere near as good as player, I'm just going to pay that off. Just sort out their contracts. Fucking Reguilon's going to end up getting paid quite a fair bit as well, even for a fullback. But he accepts it, done, the 100k offer. Wow, that's a fair bit. That's Real Madrid money that you're getting here at Paris FC. And the money we're going to give Porro nowhere near the sort of money Reguilon was end up getting, but still, there's our brand new fullback. And now going for another Ligue 1 player. I'm stealing from Lyon here. You've noticed I've got a fair few Lyon PSG players in my shortlist and some Marseille players in there too, but we're going to buy Nabil Fekir to complete the new starting 11. I picked this man up on a free at Bolton. He did the job for me there, so why not try to get him again? Offered his value, they came back at us with 72. That will leave us with just over 200 million in the budget. But okay, cool. We could cut him down for a few extra mil, but I'm not going to bother. Contract sorted, done and dusted. We have a brand new starting 11, and this is a team I think that can very well compete in Ligue 1. So check this out. Everyone is above 75 at the very minimum. Everyone can grow to get a little higher rated, and we've got some star players in the team already, like Neymar Jr, 92 rated, like Nabil Fekir, now 86 rated, a good high rated goalkeeper. I think this is a team that can maybe at least crack into the top 4 of Ligue 1. After all, that is what we're here for. We have 5 seasons in the $1 billion career modes to try to win the Champions League. We'll head on now into the halfway stage of this second season, and so far I think we're making some pretty good progress. And wow, okay, yeah, I knew this was a Farmers League, but I wasn't expecting this. PSG are in 8th place. Lyon is nowhere to be seen. Marseille's in 6th. And we're on top. In our first season, we just came up from the fucking Dominoes League into the Farmers League. And we're on 41 points with 12 wins, 5 draws, and 2 losses. Where did this come from? We have a decent team of somewhat well-rated players that are growing every single season. But I did not expect to be winning Ligue 1 straight away in the second season. I mean, it's insane. We've got Neymar, sure. We've got Nabil Fekir and a nice high-rated goalkeeper, but I didn't really expect those 3 to just straight up dominate Ligue 1 like this. Wow. Regardless of whether we actually win Ligue 1 or not, it would be shocking to say the least, but I'm pretty confident this surely means we have got to be at least finishing in the top 4 this season, and if that is the case, we're straight into the Champions League. Back-to-back promotions. Straight away getting promoted, straight away into the Champions League. And fuck, we might even win the whole thing. And would you believe it, in the end, PSG were not about to let their crown slip that easily. But, okay, shit, I think my job here is done. Secret to winning Ligue 1 is not even $1 billion. We barely spent $500 million on this team. PSG finish in 2nd place. Nice and Nantes end up finishing or completing the top 4. Jesus Christ. Marseille and Lyon, what happened to you? Unfortunately, it wasn't all smooth sailing this season. We did lose the Coupe de la Ligue, or unfortunately, to PSG. What can you do? I only care about winning the Champions League in this career mode. Neymar, this time, didn't exactly get as many goals as he did in the 2nd division, which I think it can, probably be. That's fine. 21 goals in, 44 appearances. João Felix scoring the 2nd most amount of goals. Chiesa getting 12 goals out of 44 appearances. So the front 3 has done its job. That's good to see. With decent distribution and decent amount of goals from everywhere else, like Nabil Fekir. Our right back, Pedro Porro, has actually stepped up quite a fair bit, which is nice. And Pellegrini did too. I am still seeing certain players from the original Paris FC team growing quite highly as well. It's good to see what +4, +3 growth. This is terrific. Shit, I'm doing so well, I'm getting offers from fucking Dortmund. I mean, we're not going anywhere until we win the Champions League with this team, or if 5 seasons pass, that's the goal. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go through the very arduous task of renewing everyone's contracts that I gave at the beginning of this career mode because you can only give them 2-year contracts, shit 2-year contracts because they're super highly rated in a shit division. But we'll do that, move on into Season 3, begin the Champions League. So the third season has reached. This new starting 11 that we've assembled is goddamn looking real strong and being backed up by some honestly not bad Paris FC original players from the first season. We've still got just a little under 200 million in the budget, and I might use that to buy maybe 2 or 3 more players to help back us up in the Champions League because we might need it. Thiago Mendes is a CDM/centre midfielder that I could get for actually a decent amount for an 83 overall. I'll take that. Another Ligue 1 player, so we'll buy him. We could probably do with another backup centre back, so Jason Denayer or Denayer, I might grab him as well. And just for that added quality as well, I might get Nicolas Pepe in as well. Someone that can play at right wing, and even if I wanted to, chuck him in at striker. So maybe a good little backup for João Felix as well as Chiesa. So these players should hopefully give us a little bit of backup and a just general overall quality to the team and a bit more depth. As a matter of fact, I actually threw all 3 of those players into the starting 11 since they're higher rated than certain others. So we have really in the end moved some of our starting 11 players like Kamara, Maya and also Chiesa down to the bench and had Denayer start. We've got Mendes starting and we've got Pepe at the right wing position now as well. So Felix is still starting as well. Neymar Jr. there. Tell you what, I don't know if it's any career or Champions League winning team, but hey, it's better than a team that's good enough to win Ligue 1. So we've spent nearly all of our budget now on all of those 14 players. We have our Champions League group. We are drawn against Real Madrid, Braga and Spartak Moscow. That has to be a group we can get out of. Even if it isn't top of the group, I don't care. We've got to get out of that. Let's advance ahead to January. We'll officially be halfway through this career mode and maybe potentially already in the knockouts. So halfway through our second season in La Liga, our third season overall, and we're still on top. So we're looking like we're going back to back in the league, which maybe could happen. I don't know. It's a lot more tighter of a race this time, and PSG is still kicking around there just a little bit. But we also made it out of our group and got drawn up against Juventus in the round of 16. So it begins. We have reached the knockout stage of the Champions League. Is this starting 11 good enough to win the Champions League? I reckon it could. I think it could. I definitely think it could. Let's be real. I've only got 40 million in the budget. That's not going to be enough for me to buy one absolute star quality player that could really shift the likelihood of me beating these huge, highly rated and super teams in the Champions League. So I think we work with what we've got for this season. If it isn't enough, hopefully we get an injection of cash in the next season and we buy more players to hopefully propel ourselves forward just that little bit more. And even then, the majority of the players we have in our starting 11 are younger players with high potentials that are still growing. So it could, every single season, get more and more likely for us to win the Champions League. And so it begins. We have reached it, the knockout stage of the Champions League. From the fucking Dominoes League to the Champions League. And we begin with the away leg first against Juventus in the round of 16. Skipping ahead and a draw. A 1-1 draw. We have an away goal. Now moving on into the second leg. We've had some pretty good results as of late in the Champions League in the billion-dollar career modes. Do we make it through? No, we don't! Dumped out in the round of 16. Gonzalo Higuain scoring. And that's that. Wow, straight away. I thought that team was good. I thought we could have done maybe a little bit more than just the round of 16, but no. And fuck, even João Felix scored in the 89th to keep us alive as well. Oh my goodness, disaster. Well, we have nothing to play for then this season. I mean, we could maybe go on and win Ligue 1, but that's not what we're here for. We want to win the Champions League. Oh my god, and disaster. We also lost Ligue 1 as well. PSG ended up taking us back over again. Did we win anything this season? We lost the Trophy des Champions 5-4 on penalties. Is there anything? Oh my god, we even lost we lost everything. This is disastrous. Look at this team that we have to not win anything this season, to get knocked out in the round of 16. Look, that team, it keeps getting better and better. That team has to do better than the round of 16 in the Champions League next season. We've only got 2 more seasons left. Fucking Nabil Fekir was the bloody rock of our season with 23 goals. Wow. Neymar just gets less and less goals every single season and less appearances. João Felix not banging in the crazy amount of goals I was expecting him to either. But this Poro bloke continues to pour it on. And this one striker, 21 years of age from the DR Congo, like that was here at Paris FC from the beginning. He continues to roll up and keep his overall ticking and scoring goals as well. This Wamangituka guy, that's ridiculous. But look, clearly, I think I can't be playing it safe now. I have to go for some pre-contract signings to make the team absolutely bitchin'. I'm getting in Marcus Rashford, boy. I know that João Felix has been slowly ticking along, but his goals, his production, maybe I'd expect a bit more. So I'm going to go for Marcus Rashford. He's getting paid some serious money. I don't want to blow it all straight away. I'm going to offer that to start. Hopefully I'm not pushing my luck here. No, indeed I am not. Marcus Rashford's coming, so he'll be alongside Neymar. That's two near 90 rated players right there. I can maybe go for another high-rated centre-back as well. So Lindelof is 86 overall, and in the last year of his contract, I might go for him too. I think I can probably give him about 150. That should hopefully be enough. Yes, indeed it is. Sweet. We're totally gutting Manchester United right now. And you know what? I'm just going to keep the theme of stealing players from the Premier League going. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, another highly rated centre midfielder. He accepts his contract too. Okay, that is now 3 85-plus rated players back in the team. I also threw another goalkeeper in there too, just for the sake of it, having a nice high-rated backup goalkeeper in case my other one goes down. But him, Lindelof, Rashford, and Loftus-Cheek, when those four join us, okay, come on, now we'll be serious threats. Okay, now honestly, take a look at this. We are not messing around this season. Lindelof is in, Loftus-Cheek is in, Rashford 89 rated at striker, and the bench, the whole bench is 80 rated at a minimum, the majority of which are closer to mid-80s. We are not messing around this season. The Champions League is ours. It is coming to Paris. Our Champions League group, you could argue, is maybe a little tougher this time around with Manchester United, Inter, and Shakhtar Donetsk in it, but hey, if we were able to get out of the last group, I'm hoping we can get out of this one as well and just do so much better than just the round of 16. Or a complete disaster could happen and we could maybe not even get out of that group. I think with Manchester United and Inter, it's a somewhat possibility. God, please no. And oh my God, no. Oh my God, no. I can't see us in here. I can't see us in here. We haven't even gotten out of the Champions League group. We're in the Europa League at best. Oh my fucking God, it just gets worse. I went all in this season and it still wasn't enough. It's going shit for us in Ligue 1 as well. We're in bloody 7th. I might get the sack. This could legit be the first $1 billion career mode. I get the sack. I spent $1 billion and can't even do anything in the fucking Champions League. Good God, we're playing in the Europa League. How has that happened? We still have Atletico Madrid. I mean, they're a good side to get paired up against, but in the total wrong competition. What the hell has gone wrong? I brought an 89 rated English striker and I bought an 85 rated English centre mid. Oh, hang on a minute. I think I understand. Either way, the team still is 6 so highly rated players all over the park and the bench. We've got the depth and I'm shocked by this. How are we not even in the knockouts of the Champions League? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It has actually happened. I've been fucking terminated. I have been fired. I spent $1 billion and got fired. I spent $1 billion and got sacked. What in the world? I knew we were doing poorly in the league, but with the team that we had, the best team on paper that we had throughout the entirety of this, and they're my worst performing group. I thought the worst that would happen would be that we'd move on into season 5. We'd again struggle in the Champions League and we wouldn't get through to the final. No. Wow. I won the Champions League with fucking Bolton. I won the Champions League with Newcastle. Paris FC, apparently no. The players just stopped playing for me after apparently the 3rd season. Bolton, Champions League winners, no problem. The fucking Newcastle, we won it in 2 seasons. 2 seasons we won it with in Newcastle. Unreal. I give Paris FC $1 billion, try to make them the new PSG. And we were, for just a little bit. But then we ended up slipping again. PSG overtook us, beat us in the league. The following season I got sacked. I didn't even make it out to the fucking group stage of the Champions League. It's disastrous. Get me away from this club. Fuck off. Well, for the first time, maybe in FIFA 19, ever in a career mode video, sacked. Gone. I've lost the gig. I can't believe it. If there's any club that you know of that you want me to do another $1 billion career mode with, preferably a club where the players won't stop playing for me and aren't a bunch of fucking bottle jobs, I'd appreciate that. Until the next video, my name is MasterBucks. Thank you so much for watching. Fucking farmers. You bunch of fucking farmers. Alright. See you later. Bye-bye. We're done. Have a good one.